Hi guys, I'm Michelle Pomerantz, your Regional Administrative Chair, and I'm so excited to welcome you to my hometown, Atlanta. Now, I was going to kick things off by talking about Atlanta Falcons football, but let's be honest, wrong season and maybe a little emotionally risky, especially for my hubby. Then I thought, Braves baseball. It's springtime. We can talk about baseball. But honestly, being an Atlanta sports fan builds character. So instead, I think we should focus on something we are consistently great at. Region 8 gymnastics. Huge congratulations to all of you on qualifying athletes to level 6, 7, and 8 regionals. That's no small feat, and I hope this video gives you everything you need for a smooth, successful, and maybe even slightly less stressful regional competition. When registering your athletes, if you have a high school senior that is graduating, please make sure to check the senior box when you enter them in MeetMaker. If you have entered them without this information, don't worry. You can go back and add it, but please do this as soon as possible so we can plan accordingly. When you arrive at the meet, please have at least one of your coaches check in at the scoring table as soon as possible. Rotation sheets will be taped to the table and there will be highlighters provided. Please find your gym name at the top of the rotation sheet and highlight it. I'm going to give you a visual because we seem to struggle with this every year. Highlight your team at the top of the list. If you have scratches, scratch your athlete down below, preferably not with a highlighter, but with a pen. And when you scratch them, make sure not to scratch through their numbers so that we can make sure we are taking out the correct athlete and not scratch somebody that is in the meet. Doing this will shorten our roll call at the coaches meeting. We have 2 gyms running at the same time, so you know it can be a little chaotic. If we need to rearrange squads, we will be able to do it prior to the main coaches meeting. And even though you watch this entire video, you will still need to come to the first part of the coaches meeting during stretch of each session. If scratches leave the squads unbalanced, we will do a draw to move other athletes to another squad to balance out the session. So your starting event can change. A second reminder that you can have athletes competing in 2 different gyms at the same time. Please be prepared to staff for this if it happens, and please make sure that all your athletes stay in their competition arena until the last athlete has competed. We also request that you ask your parents to do the same before they rush off to the awards area. For the team session, come prepared to bring the fun. Top 4 scores per event count for our state team scores. No alternates are allowed on the competition floor, and remember, team awards will be on the floor immediately following the meet. Then the athletes will be dismissed to the awards area for their individual awards. Please make sure that your parents are aware of this so they don't leave during the meet to go get that perfect photo op and then realize that they are in the wrong place and they miss the team presentation entirely. Again, we want this to be a really fun experience for the kids. So whatever that looks like, if it's feather boas, if it's beads, you guys bring all the fun. A couple of other things. Please make sure to thank your state administrative committee for the apparel that your athletes receive or that you as coaches receive. Your entire state committee works very hard to be able to provide this for your athletes. Also, a reminder that your meet hosts are not required to feed you. Please be prepared to take care of your own food and drink needs and be appreciative of anything they are able to provide. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone here in my home city of Atlanta. And if you find yourself with a little time outside of the gym, my top recommendation is the Georgia Aquarium, specifically grabbing a seat in front of the beluga whales or the whale shark. It is the one place in Atlanta where everything is calm, quiet, and no one is asking about start values. See you soon.
My name is David Pomerantz, and I'm honored to be the meet director for this year's Region 8 Level 6, 7, and 8 Championships. Congratulations to you and your athletes on qualifying to this prestigious event. Please watch this entire video as it will serve as our coaches meeting for the weekend. Make sure all coaches who will be attending also watch this video. There will be a brief roll call of clubs at the beginning of each session to ensure everyone is in attendance and if there are any last-minute scratches. If by chance you do have any scratches that you know of in advance, please email me by Wednesday, April 15th. Any scratches after that will be taken care of at the competition itself. My email is david@gymnastics.net, where gymnastics has the X at the end. The competition will begin Friday morning, April 17th, and run through Sunday evening, April 19th, at the Gas South Convention Center in Duluth, Georgia, approximately 30 miles north of downtown Atlanta. If you've been to Atlanta, which most of you probably have, driving north on I-85 might be one of the worst traffic areas I know of. It can be downright miserable, so just please plan accordingly. The facility address and map, along with the competition schedule and other information, can all be found on the competition webpage on the Gymnastics Training Center website, www.gymnastics.net. Don't forget the X. The competition schedule has also been posted on MeetMaker. A coach's information packet was also emailed, so please review all the information so you are prepared for an incredible weekend. Michelle Pomerantz is our Regional Administrative Chair and, additionally, my incredible wife. Evelyn Chandler is our meet ref. I will be our meet director. Melissa Carr will be my right hand as the meet coordinator. Ryan Corrigan from Meet Authority will be handling our scoring and announcing, and Drew Davis from Revolution Events will be handling all of our AAI equipment. When you arrive at the facility, athletes and coaches will check in at Hall D, D as in David. If you are not on the sign-in sheet, please be prepared to show your USA Gymnastics member QR code to the volunteers. After you check in, you will receive credentials that must be worn to access the competition floor. All coaches will be asked to show a picture ID upon arrival. Please be respectful of the volunteers manning the check-in area as they are just doing their job. Please review the USAG competitive coach responsibilities in the women's R&P, and please be aware that the developmental program dress code is in effect for this competition. Only athletes and coaches with credentials that are competing in that specific session will be allowed on the competitive floor during that session. Anyone not involved in that session will be asked to sit in the spectator area. Personal children of coaches are not allowed on the competitive floor unless they are actively competing or judging during that session. There are 646 coaches registered to attend this competition, so it is not feasible to provide any formal coaches' hospitality for so many people. There is a food court adjacent to Hall B in the facility with a great variety of food. Additionally, we will have snacks and soft drinks available at the head table. There will also be water stations in each gym for coaches and athletes. There will be a designated area for coaches only in a dogwood room that will have coffee throughout the weekend. It is to the left of Hall C if you need some quiet time away from the hustle and bustle of the competition. Please know that no outside food and beverages are permitted to be brought into the venue. The doors to Hall C and D will open no sooner than 15 minutes prior to the scheduled start time of the session. We want the athletes competing in that current session to have all the focus and not be disturbed by the next session of athletes and families arriving. So please make sure your athletes arrive in a timely manner, but please not too early. General stretch will be 20 minutes per session, immediately followed by state introductions. Please line up in front of your starting event for those introductions. All-star sessions will be modified Capital Cup and continuous rotations, while the team sessions will also be modified Capital Cup, but in a more controlled setting. This will be discussed further at the coaches meeting in each team session. Flight A equipment will be the equipment closest to the center of each gym, while Flight B equipment will be the equipment closest to the outside of each gym. A single floor exercise will be used per gym, and a bump warm-up will be utilized. There is a proctor who will be running the floor warm-ups, so once you are done competing on balance beam, please head immediately to the floor area and find that proctor so you know when to have your athletes begin warming up on floor. Athletes can begin warming up when there are only 6 competitors ahead of her. This will give each gymnast at most 5 turns on the floor mat prior to her time to compete, and there will be no more than 5 athletes on the floor warming up at any given time. Seating is in the middle of the 2 gyms or on the outside of each gym to allow parents the best view of their daughter competing. Please be respectful and keep yourself and your athletes in the seating area to allow the parents to view the competition. Remember, they are the ones paying for all of us to be at this competition. Level 6 and 7 All-Star sessions will have 2 judge panels, while Level 8 and All-Team sessions will have a 4-judge panel. We are proud to partner with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, who will provide 2 trainers, 1 per gym for each session throughout the weekend. We also have some great vendors who will provide some incredible souvenirs throughout the weekend. Awards will be held in 2 individual award rooms next door to the competition area in Hall B. Results will be posted also on ScoreCat and MeetScores Online. Thank you for watching this video. If there is anything that I or my team can do to make this competition better for you and your athletes, please let us know. Best of luck to you and your athletes. I look forward to a wonderful competition and seeing all of you very soon. Take care. Have a good night.
Hi there. I'm Evelyn Chandler, the Region 8 Technical Director, and I have the privilege of being the meet referee for the 6, 7, 8 regionals. As a meet referee, you are more than welcome to approach us if you didn't see a start value or a score and you want to get it verified. We will be accessible to you. Just a couple little things I'd like to mention. And the first one is perception is reality. So if you are having a long conversation with any of the judges, the people in the stands don't know. They think that maybe those judges know you better and therefore you're going to favor their kids. So let's just try to keep the conversations down to a minimum if possible. The next thing I'd like to remind you is that we can do video review, but we have to have a video. So if you're the ones taking the video, it would be good if it were at the same level as the judges are seeing versus being somebody, a parent in the stands. If you have a video and you have a question about a routine and you're thinking about doing an inquiry, bring it to one of us. We are more than welcome and legally allowed to look at it, and then we can let you know if we think the inquiry should go forward. One other thing that I'd like to mention has been a little bit of a problem, we'd like to alleviate it this time, and that is if you're going to do your pre-routine pep talk with your gymnast, could you do it while the gymnast before you is performing so that when the judge raises the flag, says her name, you're ready to go. Otherwise, once that flag is raised, it's 30 seconds and you don't want to be standing there talking and eating up that time. So, okay, Coach Callie and I are going to start now so that we aren't late for regionals. So we'll be taking off shortly, and we can't wait to see you there. Okay, let's go, Coach Callie. It's time. And we're going to be going now.